Marathon is Bungie's new sci-fi extraction shooter, and with no native macOS version, the Mac story is all about workarounds. For context, I'm testing this on an M3 Max MacBook Pro with 36 gigs. I'll start with the method I'd recommend most, then cover the other valid options. Before we get any further, note that this game is currently only playable on Mac through cloud methods. We tried several local options, yet for reasons I'll explain in a minute, we just couldn't get the game to run locally. But before you choose which one you want, you'll have to buy the game. To help you, we'll leave links in the description to where you can purchase it, and we'll also add links to discounts when such are available. Now let's get to the ways to play it. Here's the method we recommend the most. It's called Boosteroid, and it's the cheapest cloud gaming service that's actually any good. This is the most plug-and-play solution that we found. The main draw of Boosteroid and cloud gaming in general is that your machine doesn't matter so long as you can supply it with around 40 megabits of stable internet. You can crank up everything to max even in 4K, and you should be more than fine. Boosteroid makes a lot of sense for Marathon because this is a demanding, always online shooter, where the cleanest Mac solution is usually to let a remote gaming PC do the heavy lifting. With a stable connection, you should expect a sharp stream and a smooth 60 FPS feel that is much closer to a proper Windows setup than a compatibility layer experiment. And if you have a faster internet, you can even go for 120 frames per second and 4K, and the stream should still be stable. The catch is that Marathon is competitive, so even small latency spikes matter more here than they would in a slower game. But if your internet is solid, latency will be minimal, making this the method ideal for casual play. If you want the easiest Mac setup without running into the anti-cheat wall, this is the method I'd start with. All you have to do to start gaming is follow the link in the description, register for the service, and buy a subscription. Then just search for the game and click play. It's all pretty easy, but we have a how-to tutorial if you need it, and an overview of the service if you want something more in-depth to make up your mind. Running Marathon in the cloud will usually mean you don't have to worry about in-game settings, but you can still help the stream smoothness by making some small tweaks. So keep texture quality on high, set ambient occlusion to medium, and put light shafts on medium. Those are smart trims when rain, foliage, and long sightlines start requiring too much web bandwidth for a smooth stream. The other methods are a variation of this theme. xCloud is Microsoft's cloud solution, and it's by far the worst of the cloud solutions mentioned here, but it comes with the benefit of being free if you subscribe to Game Pass. AirGPU is the rent a gaming PC by the hour option. You buy credit, spin up a Windows machine, then stream it through Parsec or Moonlight. You pay by the hour and prices vary depending on what machine you rent, but the average is around $1. Then you also need to pay for local storage, which is $3.50 per month per 50 gigabytes with a minimum of 100 gigs. Shadow PC is the subscription version of the same idea, where the lowest monthly subscription fee is $34 for US users, and it only goes up from there. EU users get a cheaper plan option that costs €20 per month, but that's still more than twice the monthly fee for Boosteroid's base plan. As for local methods like Crossover and Sickaroo we did try those using different configs, but the result was always the same and we just couldn't get the game to run properly. Like with other multiplayer titles, the problem is the anti-cheat. It doesn't let us run this game over a translation layer, and so it blocks off an entire category of ways to play it on a Mac. So even if some of you don't like cloud gaming, this is currently the only practical approach to playing Marathon on Mac. Here's how I'd think about the options for Marathon. Boosteroid is hands down the best fit for most Mac players because it keeps things simple and it works well. You avoid the anti-cheat wall that kills local methods, you get proper Windows game support on the remote side, and all you really need is a stable connection. xCloud is the other valid option, especially if you are already in the Xbox ecosystem. The downside is that the streaming image quality is generally worse than Boosteroid, no 4K streams, and there's no mouse and keyboard support. This route makes the most sense if you already have the right Xbox setup and are happy with controller play. AirGPU and Shadow PC are the "it's just a Windows PC" options, which is ideal if you want mods, extra tools, and more flexibility. The downside is that these are less straightforward and generally tend to cost significantly more compared to Boosteroid or xCloud. Crossover, Sickaroo and other wine-based methods are not a real recommendation here. Marathon uses the kind of anti-cheat that, for now, prevents us from running the game through translation layer methods. So my simple recommendation is Boosteroid first, xCloud if you already live in that world, and Shadow PC or AirGPU if you like the flexibility of controlling a full PC in the cloud. So these were the best methods for playing this game. If you want to explore more popular gaming titles you can play on your Mac, check the videos that should now appear on your screen, or simply browse through our channel. Also, if you found this content helpful, we'd greatly appreciate it if you liked the video and subscribe to our channel. Take care and see you in the next one.